Makine ve tabii ki bugün bizimle olacak DJ Raslan. Aziz dostlar, hakimlerle tanışalım. Joshua, Evangelos, Bukyukas, Greece, Yunanistan, Jaktu, Marius Korni, Poland, Polsha.
Our MC just going through the list of officials for tonight, ringside supervisor, judges, and the like. 5 scoring judges ringside as always, 3 of whom will be selected at random to score each fight.
Slovakia. Ring hakimi, referee Stefan Nordin, Sweden.
Fairly straightforward fights to score yesterday. I don't think there was any real controversy. One was a little bit tighter than I saw it, but we can all see it differently sometimes.
52 kilogramda temsil eden bokçusu
Orlando Hurtzil for the Mexico Guerreros, 4-2 during the group stages. But those 2 defeats came against Josbani Vaitia of Cuba, who finished top of the rankings, and Vasily Vetkin of Russia, who was going well at one stage and then dropped down with a couple of late defeats. I saw him beat Kelvin Delanieve of the British Lionhearts in week 14.
Guerrios. İndi ise kırmızı kücü davet olur. Please welcome to the ring, red corner from Azerbaijan, Baku fires, Murad Rabbadanov.
And there is a lot of pressure on Murad Rabbadanov. 3 wins, 1 defeat so far this season. Took over the duties at flyweight from Elfin Mamizada, who was 1 win and 2 defeats after the first 3 matches. He's won his last 2 here in Cuba, so he likes fighting here, Rabbadanov. But he's got his work cut out against Orlando Hurtzil. But really, he has to win. They've got to get off to a good start, the Baku Fires. If they go 5-1 down, then really, it's very difficult to see any way back from there. Rabbadanov is one of their more seasoned fighters. Just 3 wins in WSB this season. For Rabbadanov. I say just. That's a good record, and the 1 defeat.
Watch the head, watch low blows, give us a clean fight, good luck.
Usual advice from the referee. Luckily, didn't see any cuts yesterday. No head clashes of any particular note. So here we go, bout number 1 of the evening at flyweight, 52 kilograms. Murad Rabbadanov of the Azerbaijan Baku Fires in the black flaming shorts, in that southpaw stance, and Orlando Hurtzil of the Mexico Guerreros in the green. He's a pressure fighter, Hurtzil. Most Mexicans generally are. And he does conform to type in that regard. Rabbadanov holds that lead hand, both hands actually fairly low, and looks to try and punch in bursts, flurries of punches. He needs to get in close, really, to make himself effective. Looks to try and dart in and out. Lost his balance slightly, as he threw the left hand there. Clash of styles at the minute, making for a little bit of a scrappy contest. Rabbadanov just trying to get the right hook away, and Hurtzil doing exactly the same thing. Get hesitant there, Rabbadanov, really. Looked to jab, almost pulled it back. The left hand cocked and ready to go, but didn't throw it. Throws a left hand there. I don't think really landed. Draws some cheers from the crowd. from Huitzel. He's been not very much clean from either of these two in the opening round. Huitzel has been the fighter coming forward a little bit more. Rabbadanov boxing off the back foot slightly more effectively in the last 30 seconds or so. Crude style really that Huitzel's got, and doesn't really box his height. He's relatively tall for the weight, but just stoops as he comes in. Good example of it there. Dips really to try and get in close and then let his punches go, but he's not managed to find the range. Rabbadanov slapped him almost with a left hand as he just disappeared past him. There's a distinct possibility of head clashes in this fight, I would say. Rabbadanov is fairly upright. Huitzel far from it. He just falls in behind that left hand a bit, Rabbadanov, when he does throw it. Maybe wants to look to try and jab his way in and then let it go. As it is, he lets it go from some distance. And his balance really isn't there. And again, that's not a particularly easy round to score. It'll be interesting to see how the judges have got it. They've all gone for Rabbadanov, who probably did do the slightly cleaner work. Huitzel put some pressure on and came forward, but didn't really manage to land an awful lot. Good left hand there from Rabbadanov as Huitzel came onto the inside. It'll be interesting to see if he can work out an effective technique to try and counter-punch Huitzel, basically. Something that Yazbani Beitia and Vasily Vetkin both managed to do. It's a bit too far away, really, to be able to take advantage of it. Again, Huitzel just dips his head and flings in the left hook. Does leave himself a little bit wide to that. Straight punches, really, are the answer here for Rabbadanov, I would say. That's generally his kind of style, because when he lets that winging left hook go, Huitzel, it does take quite a long time to land. Nice combination from Rabbadanov. Jab backhand. Nothing very heavy, but scoring. Again, the left hand finds the target. Initial glove at the forearm, really. Made contact with Huitzel there again as he was on his way in, and this is nice boxing from Rabbadanov, just stepping away to the side, because Huitzel really just comes forward in straight lines. He dips that head and balls forward. Good right hand followed by a left, and Rabbadanov, I think, really has worked this one out pretty quickly and has got Huitzel's measure. And if he just keeps boxing like this, and there's no earthly reason why he would change, then he could make this fairly comfortable for himself. Uppercut gets through as well. Rabbadanov able to turn his man nicely, he uses his feet pretty well. Good example there, actually. Some upper body strength and just manages to wheel Huitzel back into the corner. I wouldn't describe Huitzel as a particularly strong, powerful fighter, but he does like to come forward and try and put pressure on his opponent. But there's that lazy hook again, really, this time with the right hand. Which is just crying out to be countered every time he throws one of those. Final few seconds of round 2, and this has been a clear round for Rabadanov. And so far, this is just the start that the Baku Fires needed. Good body shot, dug into the rib cage. Well, no surprises there. Not getting 10-9s on all 3 cards. Peter's approach won't change, he can't really. He's fairly one-dimensional in that respect. The fight's one way, and it's been enough to win him some fights. The referee just let him get on with it there, which is good to see, because there's no real reason to jump in and break there. Quite a lot of referees would have done. He's fighting a losing battle there, really, Stefan Nordin. Warning Quetzal about the head, because he's not going to change. He doesn't look to use it. He just kind of literally leads with it. Right hand just caught Quetzal on the way in. Again, he's trying to keep the pressure on Rabadanov, but finding it hard really to find the target with any regularity. The pressure has been a little bit more effective from him in this round so far. As we hit the midway stage of round 3 and of this 5-round contest, scheduled 5 3-minute rounds at flyweight. Rabadanov with the Azerbaijan Baku Fires in the flaming black shorts, Orlando Quetzal with the Mexico Guerrios in the green and silver. And that was almost good from Quetzal, because he dug in the right hand to the body, and it was a good punch, but then he just stayed there. And as he was standing there admiring his own work almost, Rabadanov clipped him with a left hand, just held his feet slightly too long. Nice jab there from Quetzal, haven't seen too much of that. He has got a height to try and employ that, and just doesn't really do it. Decent busy round this for the Guerrero. He can finish strongly. And he's made a good argument here. He's trying to move that head. Nice left hand from Rabadanov. He was caught square on there, Quetzal. 1-2 to end the round, and these final exchanges of any round can always be important and stick in the judges' minds. This is where the referee just let them get on with it. I think they were expecting him to call break. He didn't, and they just extricated themselves and carried on fighting. Rabadanov in that round getting more drawn into a kind of close quarters scrap, which is not what he needs to do. That was a good right hand and a nice left as well to follow it. Just needs to keep moving those feet. He slowed down in that respect a bit in that round. Well, one of the judges gave him that round 10-8. Not quite sure what that particular judge was watching, but the other two gave it 10-9. I'm pretty sure will know that he's behind. But his fighting style doesn't tend to alter if he's coasting to a win. He'll just keep coming forward. Rabadanov just looking to try and find that distance he found so effectively in the second round. Just half a step back. Give himself a bit of room to get his shots away. Nice right hand on the retreat there from Rabadanov. Good combination from the home fighter, and looks to whip up that right uppercut. Good footwork, just taking those few steps back to avoid those couple of hooks from Wheatsil. Wheatsil trying to jab his way in. Again, missed with the hook, and he's open every time he does that, Wheatsil. It'd be good to see Rabadanov just dip under that hook, maybe, and then come back with a counter. He's not really in punching distance when it's thrown so far, because he tends to take a step back to avoid it rather than slip it. Wheatsil managed to ride that right hand, I think. Good left hand there, though, from Rabadanov, and again, bearing the angle of attack. Those are good punches off the back foot. It's a skilled fighter. Left in the fourth round. Nice flurry to finish the round as well. Right followed by a left, and he just took a step away to his left-hand side. And really in that round he did everything that he was doing in round two, which he didn't do in round three. Still won round three, but this was much more polished. He doesn't really need to take any punches from Wheatsil because he is able to avoid them. And there was that right hand, which actually didn't land at all, but that was a good backhand. Nice short backhand, didn't come from way back. And again, 10-9s to Rabadanov, so he's in total control of this. Orlando Wheatsil has got to stop him in this final round, which doesn't seem particularly likely. And this will reduce the deficit. The overnight deficit of 4-1 to 4-2. Wheatsil's certainly very game. He will try everything he possibly can in this final round. Just banging away to the body there. About Wheatsil, the way he just comes forward fairly square on, just throwing punch after punch, fairly unorthodox shots that come from all kinds of angles, all kinds of trajectories, not as effective as Solomon. Very unlucky Sam Solomon to lose his IBF middleweight title to Jermaine Taylor. He picked up a leg injury midway through the fight, and after that really never had a chance. Rabbadanov not engaging too much in this fifth and final round, doesn't need to. To come in and timed it nicely. Just getting pushed back to the ropes a little bit. The right hand there from Wheatsill. Just needs to keep using those feet. Rather a wild right hand from the Baku Fires boxer. Just swung him off balance. Both landing almost simultaneously. Final few seconds of this opening bout on day 2. It had to go the way of the Azerbaijan Baku Fires, who felt that they were to have any chance, and it will. Good effort from Orlando Wheatsill, but he was just up against a better fighter, quite simply, and Murad Rabbadanov. Murad Talibov, the coach. He's been Russian national coach for a while now, actually. National coach to the likes of Artur Baturbiev and Albert Selimov, who we won't be seeing tonight, as I said earlier on.
I'll do it.
So here we go with the decision.
Judgment, 15-45. Judge Courtney, 15-45. Judge Free, Hera, 15-44. The winner is Murad Rabbadanov!
Wide on the cards, every round from Judge A and B, every round, and the 10-8 in there as well from Judge C for good measure. So 4-2 now in this quarter-final between the Azerbaijan Baku Fires and the Mexico Guerrios. Next up, at lightweight, we have Nasruddin Mammadov and Lindolfo Delgado, as he's normally known.